welcome to my views and news. Firstly, Kenyan election results. It was the 9th of August when presidential election was held in Kenya. So far, no announcement of official results. What is happening there? International news outlets are sharing conflicting information about who is going to lead this race, who is going to win this race. Secondly, a new story about Ethiopian PM Abiy. He was in Deva last night, and a few hours ago he arrived in Fafen, a Somali region of Ethiopia. He takes pride in green legacy project that billions of trees have been planted in Ethiopia. And he spoke about this green legacy project during his visit. Will he address the ongoing Afar Somali tension too? Thirdly, we have a new story about Oromo Liberation Army. We have a clip for you as well. OLA's some recent activities, recent attacks are being seen in those areas where OLA has not carried out lots of attacks in recent weeks, recent years as well. What does it indicate? Does it mean that OLA has been pushed from its strongholds in southern, western Oromia, and that is why now it is in quest of new places, new camps? Or does it mean that OLA is expanding its area of activities? And lastly, viewers, Awel Seid, Eritrean playwright and poet who was stopped from performing in the Netherlands after the event was not allowed to be organized by a court, a few hours ago shared a message. What is he saying? Earlier he wrote a letter to a Swedish newspaper. He addressed the questions raised by a local Swedish lawmaker, Asa Nelson. What is Awel Seid's position regarding the attempt to stop Eritrean diaspora festivals in Europe? First news story is from Kenya, viewers. We know that on the 9th of August, presidential election was held in Kenya. Tallying started. Today is day 5 of this tallying. IEBC, Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission, IEBC is tallying the votes. And so far, official results have not been announced. Both sides are making conflicting claims, especially Odinga camp is announcing victory. Though Odinga just an hour ago called for peace and restraint. And last night we saw scuffles at National Tallying Center where counting is underway. Overall, though there is peace, but anxiety is increasing. 5 days have passed and so far no announcement of official results. IEBC must announce the result in 7 days. And on top of that, international news outlets are sharing conflicting news stories about who is leading this race. Yesterday, Reuters claimed that Raila Odinga was in the lead after 26% of vote count. And today AFP claimed that Ruto is leading with around 50% vote counted. So official results are still awaited. But one thing has been confirmed, that William Ruto's party has clinched the governorship of Nairobi. Kenyan capital's governorship has been taken by a candidate of William Ruto's party. It has been officially announced. And some say that Ruto's party is leading in Senate as well. So if Ruto leads in Senate, if his party wins Senate, and Raila Odinga wins lower house, and governorships are distributed. It means that it is going to be a split mandate. Will it lead to stability? That remains to be seen. In coming hours, by Monday, this result announcement is expected. Good thing is that so far no candidate has announced the boycott of this election. No candidate has leveled any serious allegations of fraud, serious allegations of fake votes. In 2017, in previous election, after the election, it was annulled by Supreme Court because some candidates challenged the electoral decision. Then re-election was held. Let's see what happens this time. A candidate must secure 50% of total cast votes to be declared as a winner. And secondly, he should secure 25% of total vote cast in half of the 47 counties where election was held on the 9th of August. So we'll have to wait a little. US today urged calm. US officials talked to Uhuru Kenyatta, outgoing Kenyan president, and US urged calm and restraint as tallying is underway. World is focused on Kenya because this part of Africa is destabilized. Ethiopia, we know what is happening there. Sudan destabilized. Somalia in the grip of Al-Shabaab. Eritrea, no one knows what is happening there. So Kenya is relatively stable. If there is political chaos in Kenya, it will emit shock waves which could lead to further instability in this region. That is why the world is closely monitoring Kenyan election results. Secondly, viewers, the second news story is about Ethiopian PM Abiy. He takes pride in Green Legacy project. 4 years ago, I think, he launched this project. Billions of trees have been planted in Ethiopia since then. He was seen planting trees in Dir Deva yesterday. And there he visited a free trade zone as well. And today he was seen in Fafen, Somali region of Ethiopia. He was seen with Mustafa Omar, Somali region's president. You can see pictures of PM Abiy and Mustafa Omar. Somali region's president is under pressure, under criticism for what is happening between Somali and Afar regions. Afar regional forces, Afar militias took control of Undufo town. Long dispute between Afar and Somalis. 2 days ago, 3 days ago, Afars captured this town, and opposition parties, ONLF, opposition politicians are criticizing Mustafa Omar that he is not protecting Somali civilians in city, and his government has failed. Will Afar-Somali conflict come under discussion in PM Abiy's visit? Who is he going to back? Afars or Somalis? Because in the Somali region, after Afar's capture of Undofo, anti-Ethiopian government sentiment is on the rise. People say that Afars are backed by Ethiopian federal government. Federal forces backed Afar militias in their capture of Hundofo. So what is PM Abiy going to do now? Will he address this issue of Afar-Somali tensions in this visit? And what will happen after his departure from the Somali region? Let's see, I'll update you. Thirdly, viewers, Oromo Liberation Army has been seen carrying out activities in recent days in those areas where we have not seen lots of OLA attacks in recent months. In Illu Ababor, they carried out an attack. They shared videos of captured government soldiers. Illu Ababor shares border with Kailam Malaga. And a few hours ago, OLA-backed news sources shared a video from Gumbi, Bardode, Gumbi Bardode is in West Haraghe. So, in West Haraghe, in Illubabor, OLA attacks have been seen in recent days. I reported one on Muyale as well. No statement from Ethiopian government so far, but attack was carried out on Saturday morning there. Does it mean that OL is under pressure in Valaga, on southern front? And that is why it is now exploring new bases, new camps. Its fighters have been scattered. Well, OLA obviously denies. OLA says that it is in control of its strongholds. It's not on the back foot. I talked to those people as well who are involved in these operations against OLA. And they claim that OLA has suffered losses, especially on southern front. They say on southern front, OLA has been considerably weakened. Their camps on Kenyan side of the border destroyed, and their bases in Guji, Burana were destroyed as well. And their OLA is on the run. But on western front, progress has been made, but not very considerable progress. So that is the, you can say, official position of Ethiopian government, though not officially announced. OLA denies. So we'll have to wait a little to see. Is OLA still capable of carrying out some large-scale attacks in Valaga? Will OLA conduct some large-scale attacks in Valaga in coming days to show that it is still there? Let's see. Watch this clip from Gumbi Bardode, West Haraghe. The clip shows aftermath of an OLA attack on a place in West Haraghe. Lastly, viewers, Awel Seid, Eritrean playwright and poet, is touring Europe these days. He performed at Stockholm Eritrean Diaspora Festival a few days ago, though his participation was opposed there, especially by a local Swedish lawmaker, Asa Nelson. Organizers had to change the venue because of opposition from opposition groups. And then he was due to perform in the Netherlands on a Saturday, but their event was cancelled. Court did not allow the event to be organized. Awel Seid has shared a message now. Earlier, when there was tension of organizing the festival in Sweden, he wrote a letter to a Swedish newspaper. Aftonbladet is the name of the newspaper which published Awel Seid's letter. Back then, Awel Seid took opposition. He said that he was proud of wearing Eritrean military uniform. He criticized double standards of Western countries. He said in that letter that TPLF remained illegally in control of Eritrean territories for years. He was referring to, I think, Badme. But US kept on backing TPLF. Secondly, he said that he never said a word ever against Tigray. He said his message was message of peace, message of reconciliation. And he said that people in Sweden love their military. So why can't Eritreans love their military as well? And he said that no one had right to criticize his way of dressing, his clothing, because he is mostly seen dressed up in military uniform, Eritrean military uniform. So he defended his wearing of Eritrean military uniform, and there he opposed what was said by Asa Nelson, a local Swedish lawmaker who wrote an article against Awel Seid and his fiery speeches for a local newspaper. That event was allowed to be organized, and there Awel Seid performed, and thousands attended that festival. It was a huge success. Large sums of money were raised as well. But in the Netherlands, the event which was due to be held on Saturday, could not be organized because a court at Hague cancelled this program. And after that, Awel Seid spoke. What is he saying now? He says, if you shut down our independent media, we will be forced to paint on walls. We will be forced to write using pen names. So he's saying that you cannot curb liberties when it comes to freedom of expression. That he'll keep on expressing his views. People will keep on expressing their views. Ironically, did he ever took this position in Eritrea? He is champion of Eritrean defense force, Eritrean government as well. Did he ever raise voice for freedom of expression in Eritrea? And if you compare freedom of expression in Eritrea and in the Netherlands, or in Eritrea and in Sweden, is there any comparison? There is no comparison. In Eritrea, there is no freedom of expression. There is just one newspaper, state-owned, one television station, state-owned, one radio. But these Eritreans want all the liberty in the world once they enter Europe. That's a bit hypocritical, I would say. These artists, they are brave. I see artists as brave because they speak out. But if you're speaking in Sweden, in the Netherlands, against Western values, against Western laws, against limitations on freedom of expression here, you should speak the same in Eritrea as well. But there, Awel Seid was seen with Isaias Afwerki, Eritrean president, before he departed Eritrea. And people say that Isaias Afwerki's rule means there is no freedom of expression, no press freedom in Eritrea. And that is what is happening. I mean, it's not a secret that people in Eritrea are not free to express their views.